Grinders, it's your boy Poker back on the grind, back on the $100,000 bankroll challenge. I got a quick update for you guys, and I'm going to show you the bankroll and show you what's going on. Here I got to the Super Tuesdays, a $200 buy-in, and we got Heads Up versus Pokerstars Ontario Team Pro Arlie Shabam. His name online is Prince Pablo. He is a super nice guy. Does Twitch every single day. You guys should check him out if you don't, YouTube and all that. During this tournament, I told them maybe with like 25 to 30 people left. I don't remember how many, but anyways, with over an hour left to play, I told them we're going to play Heads Up tonight. And we actually did it. I think on his YouTube channel, he said he was going to put it on his YouTube, so you guys can go over there and check it out. I'm not going to show you the whole thing because it was 20 minutes, but someone made a comment that like I did very well versus him. This isn't really a fair fight in the sense of I have 126 big blinds. He's got 20 big blinds. You should be winning this, 9 times out of 10, unless you run extremely bad. So that was the chip stack to start this. I'll go kind of fast. We were talking. Me and Arlie talk on Twitch all the time and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go kind of fast just because it's 15 minutes, and I'd rather update you guys with some other stuff. I don't have too much time. But there was some key spots. He stole some hands off me. I stole some hands off him, and we were kind of going back and forth. Sorry, I haven't even had breakfast yet. Let that cool down. So I should just show you some spots. I haven't rewatched it. I'm sure there were some hands I could play different. But we'll kind of scan through it real quick. There I went for an overbet, going for all of it. For someone with big blinds, he put up a hell of a fight. Sorry, for only 20 big blinds. Usually heads up matches like this, they don't take me 20 minutes. They're usually done pretty fast. But that shows you what a team pro is. They're not someone you're going to steamroll over. And it was a good battle here. The reason why I'm skipping through this, I'm more excited to show you guys what we got going on, the bankroll, and what's going on tonight. So we're going to kind of go towards the end here. We still have 8 minutes of this. Oh, this hand here, I think he called me on this hand. I'm going to go back a hand. That there, so I had, if you look at this, I had open end there, and then at the river I caught the 10. I'm blocking one of his hands here. You guys want to consider this? That can call me. So I know he's not nutted. I'm blocking part of his nuts. It could be ace 5, 5, 6. And so I have top pair here. So the fact that I thought it was a good bet size for value. A lot of my bluffs, if I missed my draws, I'd be going over bet. So it's a type of board that when I do my over bets for value, I also want to have a board that has a lot of bluffs in it. So if you look at this board, there's flush draws, there's straight draws, there's a lot going on there. So it's a type of board that you can get value with an overbet just because I have so many bluffs in my range there. Okay, so that was that. Maybe I'll show you the last hand. Sorry. We'll go to the last hand here another minute. I know I'm going kind of fast, guys, but I don't remember the last hand. I remember it was a good shove by both of us, and I think I got it in either behind or maybe slightly ahead and I held. I don't remember. For Arlie's sake, I was watching his stream on this final table, and then when we got to about 4 to 5 people left, I cut his stream, and I started recording on my own. And I was talking, but I was so tired that I just stopped talking and I just decided to do a playback. So that was the all-in. Definitely a fine shove, and then it was a good score. It was $3,400 from 200, but we've had a lot of buy-ins, so it wasn't like a $3,000 plus night. That night we maybe made $2,000 in profit from all other buy-ins, but another win added to the belt, and it was fun playing Arlie. Okay, guys, let's look at that bankroll and what's going on. We have $65,000 in our Pokerstars account. We have a handful of chests waiting for us to open here, so it'd be a couple $100 worth there. But tonight is the final night of their summer series stacks. There's a $50,000 guaranteed prize pool today, so I'm going to be jumping in this. I will fire as many bullets as I need to. It says 5. I'm willing to risk $500. These big payout ones, you definitely want to fire bullets, and you have time to rebuild your bankroll when these series are done. But I'll be going at that, and then if I could jump in a couple of these other ones, plus they'll have other tournaments at the same time. So I'm going to be doing that. And then, guys, our GG Poker, we are at $10,000.73. We have $153 in tickets, plus the fishbowl for the week. Tomorrow, I get $264 from Rakeback. You know, so we're doing good there. But the big thing is that Mystery Bounty I showed you in the last video, if you watched it, the final day is today. And I want to show you what's going on. They have a huge overlay still. Not as much as I thought it was going to be, but right now there's a $31,000 overlay. They have 10 hours to cover that. They are not going to cover that. So I would imagine it's going to be at least a $25,000 overlay, which means there's a ton of extra value for players who enter it. And on top of this, guys, we've added to our stacks. Some people are playing these every single day. Unfortunately, I don't have the opportunity to do that. But I am right now in 11th in chips. I have 283 big blinds going into day 2. And if you go all the way to the bottom, there is so many players in this. I'm just going to keep going down. 450 players, and some people are under 5 big blinds here. There's tons of players here that are under 20 big blinds. So any one of these guys can have, I looked at it's up to a $10,000 bounty. The prize pool is $50,000 in bounties. So any of these guys could have a juicy one. And then just to win it, it says, well, it was $9 grand. They've changed it. Now it's down to $6,000 to win it, but it was only a $10 buy-in, right? So it's crazy good value there, especially with the overlay. So that is happening tonight, and during the same time, they always have this the guaranteed every Sunday $50,000 prize pool. For a $150 buy-in. Last week I came in like 15th or 20 in that. We were close to making some big bucks there. It's usually like 9. We'll look at it. It's usually 9,000 to win it. So this says 11,000. This will drop down. It's usually around 9 or 10 grand to win that. And they have other tournaments. So tonight I'm in a good spot. I've been waiting all week for this Sunday. I was hoping I could add more chips on this final stage, but I've been pretty busy that I haven't been able to play as much as I wanted. If they have a spin on here, I'll show you. My ELO rating is, you know, we're in 16 spots, just goes up and down. And you got to think, a lot of these players, one thing to note, a lot of them play like the $5 spins. If I played just the $5 spins, our ELO could go all the way up. 90% of my play is at the $50, and I play the 20s when I can't get action. So if you're playing the higher stakes and you're still having a good ELO, it means you're doing pretty solid. If I jump down to the $1 and stuff like that, you know, obviously my ELO rating would get extremely high. There's no action here, so I'm going to close that. But as you can add up the two things, we're just over 75,000 plus in some good spots for tonight. I have tournament tickets that I could open up right now, but if I can play one spin for you guys, I will. Like I said, I have a lot going on, but we'll see if we can get one going for you guys. And then I'll leave you with that quick update, and then you're going to want to watch the next video to find out how we did in this mystery bounty, plus the season, this summer stack. We've won 2 summer stacks so far for this series. Made about 4 or 5 final tables, but I haven't been able to play nearly as much as I thought I was going to. But it was definitely a good series. My plan is they just keep every week there's a new series. Like it's every time a series ends, I think I'm just going to go back to spin and goes. Oh, you know what? Pokerstars just did an update. I can't even change this to big blinds, and I can't even play without big blinds. But I'm not going to go through all my settings right now for you guys. So let's play one game the old school way without big blinds. And then I'll have to change all my stats. I don't have any of my bet sliders. For some reason, when I logged in today, it was a brand new Pokerstars. It's erased everything I had. So I don't know if that means tags too. That would suck if it released all my tags. But you just gotta grip it and rip it. Here, maybe I'll open up the chest for you guys while we're waiting here for these slower players. Going for a 3-bet. I'll do it right here. So we get some coins, tournament money. We have a $50 spin and go ticket and $20 in tournament cash. Those $50 spin and go tickets are nice. Some coins, $40 in tournament money there. So we have 500. We have a $50 tournament. So we got a lot of tournament money and one more chest. And these coins, guys, once you get to 10,000, it's worth $100. So we just passed $100. Plus we got tournament spin and go tickets, $50, plus probably another 20. There we go. So we've opened up our chest for you guys. These guys are still playing that hand. This would seem like an aggressive line. Let's see if we can make a small comeback, and I'll let you guys finish your day. That's a new player just from this bet sizing. heads up. So I'll start a new tag, and we're gonna see how we do here. Even that's a sign that's a newer player just from bet sizing. So you guys see me adjust my tags because as a poker player, you only have very little information, and the more information you get, you can adjust it. So he's already shown two. When I say leaks, doesn't mean it's not right because he might be doing things that we don't know. It's a sign that he's not a regular player. He's not doing the lines that we're used to seeing. And usually if I didn't have him tagged, maybe I'd say because I haven't played him before, it could be a sign that he's a new player. But right now, I don't know if my tags are gone or not. We're going to take one little stab at this. I could just bet min, but newer players, I don't mind doing little strange bets. They tend not to adjust to these little things. They think it makes a difference is what I've learned if you do odd little bet sizes. Here we'll take a little stab at this. And he's definitely like a newer player, but it seems like he leans on aggression. His bet sizes are too big for the amount of chips we have. I could even take a stab on that, but I'm not going to. If I had a heart, I could consider it. I could float, but I'll wait for a better spot. And like I said, I'd feel much comfortable if we were in big blinds, but I know we are roughly 10 to 11 big blinds right now. But I'd feel way more comfortable. We'll get out of here. So right now I have no hotkeys or anything, nothing saved. Here I'm just going to rip it. If he calls us, good for him. But we have a decent hand, and he's been raising every hand, and we get there. But it's one of those spots with fold equity, and we're under 10 big blinds. This is definitely a decent shove. You can debate if you have a skill edge if you need to take that risk. But he's been betting a lot, so it doesn't mean he's going to have a hand that has to call you. Here I'm going to lead out to him. Try to represent something like this. I don't know if he's the type of player who's going to fold, but that's a very good card. He shouldn't have too many of those in his range. So we're going to bet pot. There we go, and we just steal one. If he had a 5 or 6, and I've already bet the ace, and now a jack comes, it's hard for him to want to stay with that. We'll start finally having a bit of aggression here, raise up a pot. Because I have some equity here, I'm actually just going to slow her down. He doesn't seem like he likes to fold too often, so I don't want to inflate a pot I don't have to. Him going 120 here is a little interesting. It's a value bet. I really only beat a bluff, so I'm going to wait for a better spot. Here we will defend. We'll check. Not the best flop. We'll see his bet size. He's probably going to bet half pot is what he does. I will float once because he's been betting very hard. Now we have an inside. If it goes check. So now I'm going to go for a steal. It looks like we're in a draw. He could catch a king. But we're going to go for the steal here. I don't want him to call, check back like queen jack, king 10 or something like strange that missed. I thought because I was calling the flop, a newer player is just going to put you on a flush draw. Here we're going to go for a min raise. Putting him on a 7 here. And we're going to try to get him off it. I know I have a 2 now, so I could check back a lot of these rivers. If he bets now, it's his. Could have let out on his draw. And there's even a chance he had a king the whole time. This is so strange not playing without big blinds. Okay, here, if he leads out, we're going to punish him for it. He thought about it. Okay, I might do a check raise here depending on his bet size. No, so he seems to always bet if he has it. I don't think he's ever going to, so that's a really bad card. That's too bad. I don't think he hit this board. I'm going to call him with king high. And he caught the ace, yeah. So good for him. But it is also a scare card. But newer players don't know that much. So I could get away with just folding that. This is about 8 big blinds, I think. Might have been a bad shove, but it was pretty borderline. Let him do his 3x raise and we'll jam him. Alright guys, so we should be ahead here most of the time. Oh, we're not, but we do it to him again. Jacks are our card. Okay, so we got the chip lead, running hot. but I am definitely right on my assessment of labeling him a new player. He, when I was almost blinded out, he did a 3x raise with pocket queens. You're going to want to induce action there. You don't even want to raise. You just want to limp in those positions. So this player here, if I had to just grade him, I think he should be playing probably under $5 spin and goes. Maybe, like I think if he played a big sample, I don't think he's beating the $5 spins. I think he's had some decent hands here to actually, you know, he caught that ace there. He's been betting strong. We haven't been hitting too much. We've had to steal our pots. So I think overall he's going to be a losing player. I don't think he's going to fold too often, so let's just get it in. Because if he has a 7-8 or something, so he did fold. Usually I would slow play that, but I thought he would be willing just to get it in. Against a regular player there, I wouldn't have fired back. We'll lead out. Okay, let's finish this guy off. Even new players though, sometimes they take a while to beat, and they can obviously beat you. As you can see though, we're stealing pots that we're not really having anything. Just betting type of boards that are better for the limper. I could float here with the backdoors, but okay, we'll call. I don't know if you guys heard my son yelling there. He's on the phone having a good time with a buddy. Okay, I'm going to go for a raise here. See if we want to get it in. Unfortunately, I don't have a spade, but we will stab at this. So our two small bets here. He's raised over us both times. Last time he folded to a raise. Okay, he's under 10 big blinds. I will call 5-4 here. Slow him down a little bit, see if he checks it. Alright, we're going to take a little stab here. And if it's a card that's lower than the 10 on the river, I'm probably going to just barrel it. And we steal it. Here, I'm just going to jam him. Jacks is our lucky card. He's got a good hand again. 10 ball. 10 queen jack. And we get, oh, he's got the flush. How about I thought we won it? Okay, we'll get it in here. Go 3x again. Would be nice if he went 180. No. I don't think he's going to limp call too often, but we'll jam him. Ace-8 doesn't do that well post-flop. So I'm happy just to get it in. So long heads up match, guys. I was in a rush, and then this game is taking a long time. Here, we'll jam it. Don't want to call, but get it through. Versus new players, I don't like jamming closer to the bottom of the range because they're going to call, when they call, they're going to have you beat. Versus like regs, they're going to call more optimal, that you're not as worried because they're going to be calling on the bottom of the range, not just the top. So you're not always going to be behind when they do call. But new players will be calling with ace X's, king X's, pocket pairs. That's a good board for us. We can steal this a lot of the times. If he had a king or queen, he'll be raising a lot. We could be limping with these type of hands. And we'll look to get it in here. Hopefully it's not a cooler. We'll just jam him. Especially if he limps, but we're jamming probably no matter what. Okay, we'll go for a jam. You could limp it, but I'd rather just get it in. If I was stronger, maybe like ace jack, you can think about limping. And he wakes up with another hand. Can we do it to him? Spade. So we hit the 4. So this guy got very unlucky, but in the other sense, he had, every time we had a hand, he had a better hand. But somehow I think we're going to pull out the win. And you're going to run hot at times. So guys, we added another $50 to the bankroll. Wasn't the most exciting video, but I basically really wanted to show you these big tournaments that we got going on tonight. I am super pumped. I have a very busy day to be able to play later, but I wanted to update you guys and check out my next video because I'm hoping we have a new bankroll peak. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.